Welcome to Luxury Redefined, the podcast where we explore the many meanings, movements, and manifestations of luxury. I'm your host, Dr. Nermeen, and today we're diving into a fascinating episode that looks into how different cultures define luxury. Now, luxury is a word that conjures up very different images depending on where you are in the world. For some, it's a private jet. For others, it's time with loved ones or a handmade ceramic cup passed down by generations. And that's exactly what makes the topic so rich. So let's begin by asking this question. Is luxury universal or is it entirely cultural? So first, let's start with the Western world, particularly Western Europe and North America. In these regions, luxury is often defined by exclusivity, heritage, and craftsmanship. Think of the mansions of Paris, Chanel, Hermès, Louis Vuitton. Those brands aren't just about products, they're about legacy, storytelling, status. In fact, owning these items often signals arrival in a social class or economic class. The luxury here is tangible. They're objects that represent aspiration, beauty, and perhaps discernment. But it's also experiential. A week in the Amalfi Coast, a table in a 3-Michelin-star restaurant, a membership at a private club. Here, luxury is about access, refinement, and often curated scarcity. Now let's shift east to Japan. In Japanese culture, luxury is quiet. It's the whisper, not the shout. It's found in subtlety, in detail, and the philosophy of the mastery of art. A handmade knife from Sakai, a bowl of matcha served in silence, the experience of onsen surrounded by mist and pine trees. These are luxuries in Japan. Wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection, teaches us that luxury doesn't have to be polished or pristine. It has to be felt. In Japan, luxury is mindfulness, tradition, and the poetic fleetingness of life. Now let's talk about the Middle East, a region where luxury is often defined by scale, service, and spectacle. Here in Dubai, luxury is bold, is unapologetic, and visually arresting. We see it in architecture, the Burj Al Arab, the Emirates Palace. We see it in the gold-plated cappuccinos, the 24/7 services, and limited edition Rolls Royces. But it's not just about the object. In Arab culture, hospitality is a form of luxury, offering your guests the finest dates or the finest Arabic coffee. Luxury here is generosity, reputation, status, often intertwined with religious and familial values. Let's head to India, where luxury is both royal and spiritual. From Mughal palaces to Rajasthani fabrics, Indian luxury is steeped in artistry, color, and cultural meaning. Intricate embroidery, hand-woven silks, and Ayurvedic rituals all speak a different kind of luxury, one that connects the material with the metaphysical. Spiritual well-being is just as important as material comfort. A luxury retreat in the Himalayas offering silence, yoga, and Ayurvedic meals can rival the appeal of a 5-star suite in Paris. Here, luxury can be legacy or liberation, depending on your perspective. In many African cultures, on the other hand, luxury is not just how something looks, but what it means. What story does it carry? Who made it? Whose hand touched it? Safari experiences, like in Kenya or Botswana, are now being redefined by sustainability and cultural immersion. In this context, luxury is not just consumption, it's conscious presence. It's space, it's slowness, it's a return to the roots. Now here's where it gets interesting. Today we're living in a globalized world where luxury is increasingly hybrid. You might find a Chinese consumer seeking French couture, but expecting Japanese-level service and Middle Eastern-style personalization. Social media and global travel have collapsed borders in how we perceive luxury. If anything, they've amplified the contrast. And consumers are changing. Younger generations value experiences over things. They care about sustainability, identity, personalization. A luxury handbag is still relevant, don't get me wrong, but so is transformative retreats and a once-in-a-lifetime hike in Bhutan or piece of digital art on the blockchain. So as we wrap up, I leave you with this thought. Luxury is not a monolith. It's shaped by culture, context, and consciousness. What feels like extravagance in one part of the world might feel ordinary in another. And that's what makes it beautiful. So wherever you are, whether it's sipping tea in Kyoto, shopping in Paris, or walking barefoot on a beach in Zanzibar, ask yourself this: what does luxury mean to me? That's it for today's episode of Luxury Redefined. If you've enjoyed this cultural exploration, I'd love to hear your thoughts. DM me, comment, share what luxury looks like in your world. Until next time, stay inspired and stay curious.